Peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Right now. Want to speak on, how I say, starting off with doing your own research in essence, back on that subject, but more along the lines of too, because as I'm on my growth, you know what I'm saying, and starting off, when I first started this YouTube channel, it was just a little YouTube channel with probably like 100 and something, maybe 80 subscribers, probably like 30 videos, you know what I'm saying, and now I got videos with 20,000 views. I got like, probably 2.5K subscribers, however, you know what I'm saying, who's counting. You know what I'm saying? But, which I count it. It does make you feel good to actually see, those type of numbers rise. But I stay away from, just like how I tell people with the growth of your dreadlocks, if you keep watching it, it's just gonna kind of stay stagnant. But once you stop paying attention to it, it's like it grows. Same thing with my YouTube and business growth, but I want to bring up how, like coming from, where I started, from the humble beginnings to where I'm at now. And it's growing rapidly where I see a lot of comments coming in, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like, universal frequencies, what's stone to do with this, or, how to do this type of meditation and this and that. So I'm just kind of gonna run it on that situation, in essence of the, why, matter of fact, why I don't really get back fast to some, to some of the comments. In some cases now, since some of my videos getting a lot of comments, I stay away from the trolling situations that I see because I'm not giving that no time of day or no energy, you know what I'm saying? But, basically though, too, I want to, let people know also, like I see people asking me questions and I don't never want to act like something I'm not. And one thing I always want to, let y'all know is though, I'm on my growth just as much as y'all, we all on this growth together, you know what I'm saying? Of course, there's different levels to the growth, but we're all on this growth. And I'm pretty sure, I know me, I know I never made any video talking about I'm the expert of this, I'm the expert of that, what I say go, pretty sure most of my videos say do your own research. I'm on my growth just as much as you know what I'm saying? Basically reflecting what I'm saying right now. You know what I'm saying? Where, because I see people asking me for the type of information where, and in some cases that I'm learning also right now too, you know what I'm saying? And which, too, I tell people a lot of my knowledge, I got certain books I read, certain videos I get to, but you know what I'm saying? That's too where the gift come in where, a lot of things just intuitively just, I just wake up, knowing and vibing with, you know what I'm saying? And a part of my growth, you know what I'm saying, also is learning how to be a teacher, you know what I'm saying, because I do want to teach, you know what I'm saying, I want to, have that platform to be able to teach people, you know what I'm saying, so, yes, I'm not the master of all these things, in which I'm remembering how to be the master of all these things, of course, you know what I'm saying, because these are all forgotten, it's all forgotten knowledge, forgotten skills, but anyway, you know what I'm saying, I'm not, in this incarnation, I haven't reached that master level just yet, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still, teaching. Another thing too, which I tell people, I'm authentic and getting on your spiritual growth, you become more authentic, you know what I'm saying, with the things you say, things you do. So I want to be honest with y'all, honestly out. You know what I'm saying? The comments, I may not comment like, if there's a video or videos that I did on something where I know it's answering the question that you're asking, 9 times out of 10 you probably won't get a comment back from me. And that's another thing with all this, if you don't get a comment on this, I'm seeing and understanding, I'm seeing and overstanding and overstand that it is all love. Like, I may not reach all questions and read all comments, but I'm appreciative of all the comments and love, and I will try to get, to the ones. Matter of fact, that too, like I say, I already have, like, certain videos already up. So when somebody be like, what's the books that you use on your pad? It's like, sometimes I even try, which that's the thing too on your growth. You can't really expend your energy, like say for if I'm doing something, I got something that I'm doing, I can't really, expend my energy in places, that I probably already spent energy in, what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, where it's bringing me down, like, kind of like where you're giving too much of yourself and then it's like, oh, nothing left, you know what I'm saying? So in that case, sometimes I try to, I give out redundant information where, if I had a video on it, I make a video or I comment and tell you, like, if you ask about what books, what I'm saying, are the best books, or what books you start off with, but I got like at least two videos, on the books that I read on my journey, or certain movies, what I'm saying, certain meditation techniques I use, what I'm saying. I have older videos, and another point coming to is that, what I'm saying, when you think about it, if you can't go through, and matter of fact, that's the lesson in it. If you can't go through my videos, just a little bit of videos just from this one person, if you can't go through my videos to find out the little information, then in essence, that's a lesson where, then you won't, it's going to be hard for you to persevere to, to gain other knowledge, what I'm saying? If you can't, like, oh man, that's too many videos to go through. Well then, man, your battle already lost, because there's a lot of books and a lot of videos and a lot of things you got to read and come across, to get a better understanding of things, Like, so if you can't dig through my YouTube videos, then, whew, this knowledge is getting, gonna become in which I don't want to say it like that, but, it'll become a struggle for you, but don't make it a struggle, you know what I'm saying? But it is, you do have to persevere as far as, like, there's a lot to read, and depending on how far you want to go, you don't have to read a lot if you want to stop at a certain point. And also, all of us different in the aspect of that, like I say, a lot of information I get intuitively, or a lot of information where I don't have to dwell on it and research heavy before I present it, cause like, say for instance, if I meditate and asking for the truth, and say for instance, I am truth, I am knowledge, I am wisdom. If I'm attracting this to myself all day, every day, and I'm starting to see the channels and where, source sending me information through videos, then I don't have to question, so much, the videos and information I'm coming across, if I'm constantly, being in tune with the truth, but that's to each his own, because another thing for you to, in order for you to get the knowledge, in a clean and healthy way, is to have the chakras and everything balanced within yourself also, in which, as the thing, getting to those lessons where these certain things where I explain to the best of my ability, but a lot of these things too where I know how to do it, but it's hard for me to explain, Matter of fact, because just speaking on this, this whole video is reflective of a video that Brother Panic was making, talking about, the way, sharing knowledge, and, how, expending yourself, like, as far as, like, with the energy, or, like, where I made videos on certain subjects, so I may not, go back and comment on something I already made videos on, but don't think I'm, being mean or anything. Of course not, it's an energy thing, And just like the lessons teach, I gotta build myself up. I can't go back, and tie myself into something that I already, put energy into and on, But that's another thing too, realizing that the ego and right now, like, the energy, you're supposed to be moving into that feminine energy, that right brain energy, where it's more just intuitively fluent, not like getting information intuitively, not too much of logic and analyzing and trying to box everything and fit it into certain boxes. Just, take what you get and go with the flow, because in a little segue into that situation with dealing with the ego, acid trips kind of made that, kind of personified that to me, where I seen that like an acid trip, whenever your ego, you know what I'm saying, is trying to, your ego is fighting to be in the circle of circle, cycle, or cipher of time, you know what I'm saying? And you realize that, I know on one of my DMT trips, it was like my spirit just kept telling my ego how like that. My ego kept trying to like, but let me analyze it, but let me see, well, what was that? I wonder what that was. And the spirit was just like, let go, like, stop all that structuring, and you know what I'm saying, that's your ego trying to survive, you know what I'm saying, like all that, because that's where the aspect of the left brain, right brain is not necessarily just your left brain, right brain, and but your left brain is your brain in whole, and then your right brain is your heart, you know what I'm saying, because that intuitively, flowing with emotion, you know what I'm saying, emotions move faster through the heart, you know what I'm saying, that right brain way of doing things. Because like I know, like every time, like, matter of fact, during the DMT trip, I probably told this on one of my older DMT trips, on one of my strongest ones, where every time I would try to, like, worry about the time or analyze things or whatever, like, matter of fact, because I was tripping with other people and they were, like, basically talking as source, because every time my ego would go to finicking around and trying to analyze shit, and they couldn't even see me with my eyes open or anything, they were sensing my consciousness, the guy, you know what I'm saying? That's how connected these trips be. And like, oh, there you go. There goes ego, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, how they know that I'm in fact, which I guess that's what the word trip, like tripped. I'm like, oh, how do they, which that was source. So it's speaking to you through, you know what I'm saying? That's why people don't like, certain people dealing with churches and stuff like that don't want you dealing with DMT and acid trips and stuff like that, because that's the plug, that's straight to the plug, you know what I'm saying, in essence, in which you could do this through meditation too, certain meditation techniques to get to this, but definitely like DMT and acid trips pull you away from your ego, you know what I'm saying, and all that trying to analyze and what's that, or this and that, you know what I'm saying, because too, as a Capricorn, you know what I'm saying, dealing with structure, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to, keep that balance of structure, but in a more feminine, fluent, right brain way of doing it, where I'm not just over-analyzing, because that's where the indecisiveness come from, too. And matter of fact, the ego's playground is too much choice, you know what I'm saying, that's the ego's play. The ego thrives in separation and trying to separate itself, and in having like choice. Like, say for instance, another example Brother Panic brought up, like, well, in America, you got all these different examples of ice cream, like you got this kind of ice cream, that kind of ice cream, this kind of ice cream, that kind of ice cream. But in older, more ancient type of places, mostly probably on the eastern hemisphere, is less choice. You know what I'm saying, to make things more simple, because that helps for the spirit to thrive. The spirit thrives away from all these materialistic choices, you know what I'm saying? And that's why too you're proven to be a strong person spiritually if you could thrive spiritually in Babylon, in America, where it's basically like, all these, because what they call the devil, you know what I'm saying, basically like things that's just trying to make your, how could I say, things that feed your ego and make your ego kill your spirit, you know what I'm saying, in essence. But the overwhelming of choice, you know what I'm saying, is another little thing, and that's where, like I said, analyze it. Give me something to analyze. And, oh, should I get the pecan or should I get the blue? And trust me, I am on my growth, just like how I started this video. I am on my growth too. I'd be lying to y'all if I wouldn't say, like, sometimes I go be picking out a Larabar. Man, I want the blueberry, do I want cashew, do I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then catch yourself and like, all right, so it's ego, go away, bam, grab one, you know what I'm saying? Because it's, that ego just want to choose, that ego want to be separate, that ego just wants something to fight about, like, ego want to bring up subjects to argue about. That's what the ego want to do. The ego like, man, this happened to me today, man, and I feel like arguing about it with somebody. So I'm going to bring it up so I can find somebody to bring it up and argue. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ego is searching for little situations like that, for situations dealing with the pain, to inflict pain on yourself. any situation to make you think this matrix is more real, you know what I'm saying? That's what the ego is looking for. And that's where the spirit, and that's where too, where it may get scary for some people, cause, you know, realizing that you got to get away from your ego, you know what I'm saying, in essence, to spiritually grow, you know what I'm saying? So that feeling of like, where you like, damn, like, I don't want to do that painfulness and going forward, that's your ego just being scared of dying. You know, most things, you know, it's like an animal, anything, you know, your ego within itself, the 666 bodysuit is scared of dying. It has a technology within itself. That's why they took the brain out doing mummification. That is it could be your, like I said, you could use it to your advantage, but at the same time, is what's locking you in this matrix if you don't get a understanding, you know what I'm saying, learn what's really going on. But see how I segue into all that. But for the most part too, like I wanted to say, you know, with the comments, you know, I'm on my growth too. So I try my best to get to y'all. Matter of fact, Instagram, DMs, or Facebook, that's cool. You know, I'm trying to get back to y'all on those avenues. The comments under the YouTube videos, I try my best. I may do, you know, show a little love, little thumbs up, little comment here or there, you know what I'm saying, to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, like I appreciate y'all and I'm in the building, I see, but I may not be able to answer everything. And plus, like I said, don't take me for being mean or ignoring you or anything if, you know, you're asking something that I already made a video on or already spoke on, you know what I'm saying? Just go dig deeper, because matter of fact, like I said, if you can't dig deep in my videos, then how you gonna dig deep in then all the ancient Kemet books and all the ancient Hindu books and all the ancient yoga books and all the ancient, you know, knowledge in general, you know, how you gonna dig through all that, you know what I'm saying? Now I understand this, because sometimes, yes, I'd be like that, well, you know, ooh, I would rather not dig through that. Of course, we would rather not dig through all kind of videos and this. We want knowledge to be, you know, right? That's the God in us, you know, like, I want it right here, right now, because I know at some point in time in my lifetimes, I had it to where I could just manifest it like that. So that's why you want it, you know what I'm saying? I tell people that like, what's funny, like, the ego has this, you know how the ego is most of your temper tantrums in essence? But I've started to realize that I think the guy within yourself also has a little temper tantrum complex. I realize, and I tell people, like, whenever you like doing something and you're feeling like, man, I'm supposed to be able to move this, or this is an inanimate object. Why can't I'm supposed to have control over it? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the God in you, like, feeling like and remembering, like, man, I used to control things way more better than this. You know what I'm saying? And it gets a little agitated, you know what I'm saying? And it may seem or turn into something that may seem egotistical, but I feel like that's more driven through the God in you when those little type of situations pop up specifically. Like, you know, like something like, well, I can't, I'm trying to get the thread through a bead, and I'm like, if you don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I should be doing this without my hands, with my mind in the first place, you know what I'm saying? Let alone be struggling with it, you know what I'm saying, physically. But that's all I have. Peace. Happy now. Doing like Sammy Sosa. Peace. Like I said, don't stop. Don't let this scare y'all away from the question and none of that, you know, still. But I just had to lay that out there that, for one, you know, I never claimed to be the top expert and all that. Like, I'm growing with y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just, we all on different parts of our growth, but we all growing. I just decided to get on social media, you know what I'm saying, and add a little revenue, you know what I'm saying, to what to the overall thing of what I'm trying to get done, you know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, put it on social media and sharing with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Building my way to that teacher status, you know. But not there yet. Yeah. Remembering, you know what I'm saying? So it's remembering all the things that I already mastered, you know, but remembering. But peace. Happy now. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now. Liberate yourself from the past and the future right now. This is the time machine right now. That's the real time machine. Being in the moment. Peace.